Hey guys, Mr. B XRP here, and welcome back. Today is August 13th of 2020. Let's roll right into it. Market cap is up to 361 billion. I can't wait till we're using the word trillion. Bitcoin's at 11,509, Ethereum's at $390, XRP is just under 20 cents, and Tether is holding at $1. Chainlink is at $16.83, up 74.9% on the 7-day. So Chainlink is still doing its thing. I don't know. I'm hoping people are taking profits. I don't know when it's going to end. I don't know where it goes. I do remember when it was $2 and people in the XRP community were talking about investing in it. So some people did really, really well on it, and good for them. I'm happy when people make money. That's why we're all here, right? Everyone's here for one reason, to make money. All right, moving on. CoinMarketCap put this out on Twitter yesterday. Start earning banned. @Banned Protocol is the first campaign to be launched on @CoinMarketCap Earn. How do you get banned? Watch videos, take quizzes. Each user earns up to $10, no cost or trading risk, plus you get entered in a $300 ban drawing. Okay, so CoinMarketCap is doing what Coinbase is doing, which is they're giving away crypto by you learning about that project. And Coinbase has been doing this for some time now. In fact, in Coinbase, you can get up to $160 in free crypto if you take their little classes about each cryptocurrency. And CoinMarketCap looks like they're following the same suit, which I think is interesting. But look, it's their way of getting people to invest in these products. I don't know anything about this project. I don't know if it's any good. All I know is there's 6,000 projects on CoinMarketCap, and I'm pretty sure 5,550 of them aren't going to make it. So take the free ban, do whatever you want with the $10, and if it's a great project, good for you, invest in it. But you need to research these things, guys, because there's a lot of junk out there. I mean, a whole lot of junk out there. Okay, moving on. This was from XRP Crypto Wolf. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says, "We're a capitalist. We own a lot of XRP. So I do care about the overall XRP market 100%. Brad said regulatory uncertainty on whether or not XRP is a security is a major hurdle to its adoption, so XRP only needs clarity." So there is a good story here. You should read it. It's in my Twitter. In fact, I just retweeted it now. So if you want to read the whole story, it's quite lengthy. A lot of different opinions and such about the market and what's going on, but that's kind of the headline of it. I'm not going to read through it for you, but if you want to read it, I posted on Twitter. Moving on. Oh, the link to guys posted this, which I thought was interesting. So pre-IPO, Ripple's last funding round in December 2019 was valued the stock at $61.49 a share. Limited Ripple SPV is now available at $30. Visit link to or download our app. So here, this is kind of neat. They put out a chart of the value of Ripple stock when they started well, I don't know if this is when they started selling it, but back on January it was $21, and it looks like every time they sell out a series they raise the price. So it's $30 today. So it's up. Well, I mean, what is it up? It's up 50% since January. So it's going up and up, which is good for people who want to invest in this. Guys, it's for accredited investors in the United States. I think it's $200,000 in income or $1 million in assets, excluding your house. So, but here's another thing about Link 2 that I want to talk about was Miguel. Miguel Valles is now working with them, and he was the head of XRP markets at Ripple, and he's now the COO of Link 2. And what I think is interesting is that Link 2 really has two customers. I think that's something that people don't realize, right? So there's the customer that wants to buy their SPVs, right? Which is private stock in private companies, pre-IPO companies, right? So those are the people, the buyers, the investors. But here's the other customer of Link 2, and this is why Miguel is working for this company, is Link 2, their other customer, is creating equity for companies or individuals of those companies, creating liquidity, not equity, but creating liquidity. So if you hold private stock because you're a developer at a company, if you're an employee, if you're a founder, if you're a co-founder, if you're an investor, whatever it may be, and you need some liquidity, you can sell your private shares using Link2. So I'm assuming now that I've had like a week to absorb this whole thing, is Miguel, being a liquidity expert, was brought on because he's going to work on the liquidity side of selling companies on why it's a great way, that using Link2 is a great way for them to create liquidity for themselves, for their employees and other people, because some of these employees are getting paid in stock, and they have to buy new roofs, they have to buy, you know, braces for their kids or whatever it may be. So it's funny, whenever I hear news in this space, I always love to let it breathe. You know, you let it go a few days, and then you start to think a little bit differently about it, and things start to make sense. But I think that's why they pulled in a liquidity expert, is because they're a two-pronged company. They create liquidity for pre-IPO companies, and they create investment opportunities for accredited investors. So that's the way I see it a week later, and I think I got that nailed. So anyway, moving on. Sir Gordon Gekko posted this on Twitter, and I thought this was interesting, guys. It's a minute, and I'm going to play it.
I was just going to mention, sorry?
What are we talking about?
Well, I was going to mention, first off, I mentioned it to Colleen because it's just become public knowledge. Right from day one, I've been telling everybody about the collapsing the world's economy for a global financial reset, the quantum financial system coming into operation. Now, I know that they were testing it. They sent out pings to every bank in the world on August the 2nd. Every bank in the world responded so that the system was working. They tried to launch it all of last week and had issues because Nancy Pelosi and her team had hired hackers to stop them to do it.
Yeah.
But it's gone public today in the Independent in England. No, it hasn't. Sorry, it was. But the Federal Reserve itself, the government website, the federalreserve.gov website, has announced that the system is operational as from today. So they've actually announced it publicly. It's all been very, very quiet up until now.
Wow.
The new financial system, which replaces the Federal Reserve SWIFT system, which is for the fiat currency, is now the quantum financial system, which is a blockchain system, which is instant settlement.
Okay, so I apologize for the audio, but he talks about the quantum financial system, which we've been hearing about for the last couple of years. He's saying it's now active, and it's blockchain, and it's replaced SWIFT, and it's already being used. Now, I don't know if this is true. I don't know who Charlie Ward is. This video's out there. It's another one of those things that once we let it breathe for a few days, I think we're going to get more information. It's just, we're hearing from so many different places. Even the IMF is talking about, you know, they're talking about big changes and big things coming, and how the current event has been they literally talked about how it's been an opportunity to make changes. There's a lot of interesting things going on out there, guys, and I just show you this so that you can hear it. I mean, he said that all the banks are on board. All the banks got pinged last week to make sure the system's working. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if it has anything to do with Ripple. I don't know if it has anything to do with XRP. Listen, I'm just sharing the information so that we all kind of have the same stuff to make decisions with, okay? Interesting stuff. Moving on. Coinbase, U.S. customers in select states will soon be able to borrow 30% of your Bitcoin holdings in cash. Eligible customers are invited to sign up on a wait list for early access on Coinbase today. Okay, so Coinbase is going to be loaning on people's Bitcoin. I'm sure it'll do it on other assets at some point in the future, but interesting, they're going to be doing that. A lot of other platforms are doing that. I think it's great because I think some people will not want to spend their assets. Obviously, though, you have to be careful because you don't want to get liquidated if those assets drop too far down in value, which we've heard those nightmares from other people before. But I find it interesting, Coinbase is, they're adding additional products, additional services. We know they're getting ready to go public soon. That's what all the rumors are out in the street, is they're getting ready to go public soon. But that's an interesting product. Oh, speaking of Coinbase, for those of you who've been following along with my neighbor John, I've been telling John he needs to buy XRP. I'm not telling anybody else listening to this video to buy XRP except my neighbor John. And I've been telling him for a year. and he sent me a snapshot the other day of signing up on Coinbase. So I think we're close to getting John. I don't know if he made the purchase yet, but he showed me that he signed up. He went to the links in my description. He signed up for Coinbase, and I hope he made a purchase. I usually see him a couple times a week when I'm out exercising, so I'll keep you guys posted on what John is up to. If you're listening to me, John, shoot me a text today. Let me know if you're in the group. Moving on. So this tweet, I tweeted this morning. Okay, I said tweet from VP of Engineering at Flare Networks. Great job, Bradley Kimes and Mickey B. Fresh. Confirmation, you guys are on point. So this guy is Josh Edwards, and he works for Flare Networks. And he said these guys get it. And it's based on Brad Kimes and Mickey B. Fresh did a video yesterday, and I suggest everybody watch this video, okay? It is fantastic, and it talks, listen, it's not easy to understand, though. I mean, these guys get deep in the weeds. They get deep into the technical stuff, but obviously they're onto something, because if this guy's saying these guys get it, they're onto something. So I'm learning. I'm not a technical guy. I've literally listened to it twice. Okay, so I'm trying to pick up as much as I can about it. But they think they have a good grasp on what the Flare network is all about and the Spark token. So I recommend you guys listen to this video. I think it's a great video, and obviously they're onto something if this guy is saying these guys get it. So kudos to them. Good job. I think that's fantastic. And furthering the talk of Flare networks. This was from Galgatron. He said he was responding to somebody. I know he's been responding to a lot of people. Okay, let's just read the whole thing. I've been digging deep into Flare tech, and the more I wrap my head around it, the more impressed I am. Flare Networks has been incredible, helped me with my questions. Very intelligent product and crew. The XRP Flare combo has enormous DeFi potential, and I mean enormous. People go on to ask questions, and he goes, "It's not a swap. If you have 10 XRP." They'll give you 10 Spark, end of story. So I read their I read on their website as well. It looks like it's a 1-for-1, and I think you'll have up to 6 months to get it. I don't know if you're going to get it if your assets are on your Nano. I don't know if you're going to get it if your assets are on Coinbase. I don't know if Coinbase, Uphold, Bittrex, Bitrue. I don't know who is going to cooperate with this. We're going to learn as we go. Don't worry, it's not happening yet. It hasn't happened yet, and you'll have plenty of time to claim your tokens, and we'll get it all figured out. Everyone will get it figured out, and everyone will get their Spark if they want it, I'm sure. So no need to get stressed out over it. Just stay tuned for details. We'll all learn as we go. This was from Ian Northing, and he said, yep, total Earth debt, 233.3 trillion. Ouch. I mean, that is a staggering, I can't even, that's just a staggering number. Hey, iTrustCapital, I am going to be meeting with Blake from iTrustCapital. I'll probably put some video here on my channel with he and I. I'm going to ask him some questions about iTrust, some questions that people have asked me that I think might be important to you guys. I think I told everybody I opened up an iTrustCapital account. I see, sadly, I've seen this week a couple of people post on Twitter that they lost their jobs. If you have an IRA, you want to roll it into gold or cryptocurrencies, you might want to look at iTrustCapital. I have a link in my description of my video. You also get a free month. And just so you guys know, if you use the code, you get a free month. Just so you know, a lot of the other companies out there, they charge like 10% of the money that you put into the account up front, and iTrustCapital charges a monthly fee instead. So they don't take that big chunk up front. So that's a big benefit. I'm talking about them guys because I use it. I invested in it and I did it, so I feel really comfortable, and they were great to work with. And I will tell you this, if you don't have an IRA now and you want to open one, you could do it with as little as $1,000, which I thought was cool. So wanted to let you know about that. And I talk about this cartoon to people all the time, because when we hear things about, economic reset, and we hear things about new financial system, everything sounds so conspiracy, driven. But I absolutely love this cartoon, and here's the cartoon. There's a bunch of sheep in a pen, and the one sheep says, I'm telling you, the guy and the dog are working together. And the other sheep says, oh, come on, George, you and your conspiracy theories. Listen, sometimes these conspiracy theories have legs. Sometimes they end up being true. You know, a lot of times we learn in life where there's smoke, there's fire. So pay attention to everything that's going on out there, guys. Where there's smoke, there is sometimes fire. That's it. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a sheep farmer. And I am not a crypto expert. These are my opinions only. Don't make any financial decisions based on anything I say. This video is intended for entertainment purposes only. Hey, also, going back to my neighbor, John, I keep sending him the comments that you guys make in my comment section. I send them to him as text. He laughs so hard. It's just so funny. Please like and subscribe my video and hit the notifications button and share my videos with anybody who you think might appreciate them, and everyone have.